Ladies and gentlemen, imagine waking up every morning knowing that your life is exactly where you want it to be. Picture a life where your goals are within reach, your days are filled with purpose, and you have the confidence to face any challenge. Now ask yourself this: what's stopping you from living that life right now? Here's the truth. Most people aren't held back by their circumstances, resources, or even talent. They're held back by one thing: the belief that they can't. But let me tell you something extraordinary. Everything you need to create the life you want is already inside you. All it takes is unlocking it. Today we're going to uncover the keys to unleashing your full potential. Not someday, not after waiting for permission, starting right now. Because the only difference between the life you have and the life you want is the decision to take charge. Are you ready to take that first step? If you stay with me, I promise you'll walk away with the power to not just change your life, but to elevate it beyond anything you've ever imagined. Let's not waste another day. If you enjoy what we're doing here, please leave us a review on iTunes. Tell us how we got your attention. Tell us how we can continue to enhance your life right now while you're away with this very important thing for yourself. Have you ever stopped to wonder why some people seem to achieve extraordinary results while others struggle just to get by? Why some individuals turn challenges into stepping stones, while others are paralyzed by fear and self-doubt? The truth is, the difference isn't luck, talent, or even circumstances. It's something far more profound. It's empowerment. And here's the secret: the power to transform your life, to rise above every limitation. To achieve greatness is already within you, but the real question is, do you believe it? Most people spend their lives searching for answers in the wrong places. They think the key to a better life lies somewhere out there, in the next job, the next opportunity, or the next big break. But the reality is that everything you need to create the life you want begins right here with you. It starts with your mindset, your decisions, and your willingness to take ownership of your future. When you fully embrace the truth that you have the power to shape your destiny, everything changes. Think about it. Every great achievement in history, every extraordinary success was sparked by a single defining moment when someone said, "Enough. Enough of settling for less. Enough of waiting for permission. Enough of living small." That moment wasn't fueled by external circumstances. It was born from an internal shift. It was the realization that no one was coming to save them, that no one else held the answers, and they had to step up and take control of their lives. This isn't just about motivation, it's about responsibility. And responsibility isn't a burden, it's freedom. When you realize that your life is in your hands, that your thoughts and actions create your reality, you stop feeling like a victim of your circumstances. You stop blaming the economy, other people, or bad luck. Instead, you start asking, what can I do? How can I grow? What's my next step? That shift in perspective is the first step to empowerment. Now here's something even more powerful to consider. The results you're experiencing in your life right now, good or bad, are a direct reflection of the choices you've made up to this point. That can be a tough pill to swallow, but it's also liberating. Because if your choices got you here, then better choices can take you anywhere you want to go. The future isn't written, it's being shaped, moment by moment, by the decisions you make. And every decision is an opportunity to take back control. So let me ask you again, do you believe you can transform your life? Not someday, not when the conditions are perfect, but starting right now, because here's the truth. You are far more powerful than you've been led to believe. Your potential is limitless. Your ability to create, to adapt, to grow, it's all there, waiting for you to tap into it. This is your wake-up call. Today isn't just another day, it's the beginning of something extraordinary. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is the decision to start. Are you ready to take that step? If you're willing to stay with me, I promise you this. By the end of this journey, you'll no longer just imagine the life you've always wanted. you'll know exactly how to make it a reality. Your life is a reflection of your thoughts. Every result you see around you, your successes, your setbacks, your relationships, your career, is directly linked to the way you think. Thoughts are not just abstract ideas. They are the foundation upon which everything in your life is built. The way you think shapes your actions, and your actions determine the outcomes you experience. If you want to empower your life, the first step is to empower your mind. Think about this. You are where you are today because of the thoughts you've consistently entertained. If you believe you're capable, you act with confidence. If you doubt yourself, you hold back. If you see challenges as opportunities, you push forward with determination. But if you see them as obstacles, you hesitate, or worse, give up. The mind doesn't just influence your life. It creates it. Your thoughts set the boundaries for what you think is possible, and those boundaries dictate the life you live. The good news is that your mind is not fixed. It's malleable, adaptable, and incredibly powerful. You can reshape your thoughts, rewire your mindset, and in doing so, change your entire reality. But the first step is awareness. Many of us go through life unaware of the thoughts running on repeat in our minds. We allow negativity, fear, and self-doubt to dominate our thinking, and we don't even question it. What we fail to realize is that every thought we entertain becomes a seed, and over time those seeds grow into the results we see in our lives. Here's the critical truth. It's not what happens to you that defines your life. It's how you respond. Two people can face the same situation, but their responses can lead to completely different outcomes. Why? Because their thoughts shape their reactions. One person might see a setback as a sign to give up, while another sees it as a lesson to grow. One sees failure as proof they're not good enough, while the other sees it as a stepping stone to success. The difference isn't in their circumstances, it's in their mindset. To empower your life, you must take control of your thoughts. Start by challenging the beliefs that hold you back. Ask yourself, is this true? Is this thought helping me or hindering me? Most of the limitations we believe in are illusions, stories we've told ourselves over time or inherited from others. You have the power to rewrite those stories. Replace doubt with confidence, fear with curiosity, and negativity with possibility. This isn't about wishful thinking, it's about intentional thinking. Your mind is like a muscle, and just like any muscle, it gets stronger with practice. Feed it with positive, empowering thoughts. Surround yourself with people and environments that uplift you. Focus on solutions instead of problems. Visualize the life you want to create, not the fears you want to avoid. The more you do this, the more you'll notice a shift, not just in how you feel, but in the results you achieve. Remember this: every great achievement begins in the mind. The way you think determines the way you act, and the way you act determines the life you create. Empowering your life starts with empowering your mind. It's not about waiting for the right circumstances, it's about creating the right mindset. When you take control of your thoughts, you take control of your future. So the question is, what are you thinking right now? And more importantly, what are you willing to think differently to transform your life? The single greatest step toward empowerment is clarity. Without it, life becomes a series of aimless actions, reactive decisions, and fleeting pursuits. Clarity is the foundation upon which all progress is built. It's like a compass that directs your energy, sharpens your focus, and ensures that every step you take moves you closer to your goals. Without clarity, you're not moving forward. You're simply wandering. With it, you become unstoppable. The truth is, most people go through life without ever defining what they truly want. They may have vague ideas, a desire for happiness, success, or a better life, but they rarely take the time to articulate what those things mean to them personally. What does happiness look like for you? What does success feel like? What does a better life actually entail? If you can't answer those questions with specificity, you're not leading your life. You're leaving it to chance. Clarity isn't just about having goals, it's about having a purpose. Goals can change, but a purpose provides you with a deeper sense of direction. It's the reason you wake up in the morning and the force that keeps you going when things get tough. Purpose gives meaning to your efforts and transforms even the smallest actions into stepping stones towards something greater. Without it, even the biggest achievements can feel empty. The reason high consultant Gil Marat, but with purpose. Every moment becomes an opportunity to grow, contribute, and create the life you truly desire. Think of clarity as a light in the fog. When your vision is clear, you're able to navigate through challenges and distractions with confidence. You know what to say yes to and, just as importantly, what to say no to. One of the greatest powers clarity gives you is the ability to eliminate distractions. In a world that constantly pulls you in 100 different directions, being clear about what matters most allows you to focus your time and energy where it counts. The process of gaining clarity begins with asking yourself powerful questions. What do I really want? Why do I want it? What am I willing to do to achieve it? These questions might seem simple, but answering them requires honesty, courage, and introspection. It requires looking beyond what others expect of you or what society defines as success, and connecting with what truly resonates with your values and aspirations. Clarity also requires specificity. It's not enough to say, I want to be successful. What does success mean to you? Is it financial freedom, meaningful relationships, or the ability to make an impact? The more specific you are, the easier it becomes to align your actions with your vision. A vague goal leads to vague results, but a clear, specific goal creates a clear, focused path. Another critical aspect of clarity is adaptability. Your purpose may remain constant, but your goals and the strategies you use to achieve them can evolve. Clarity doesn't mean being rigid. It means being rooted in your purpose while staying flexible in your approach. Life will throw challenges and detours your way, but when you're clear on where you're going, you'll always find a way forward. Ultimately, clarity is empowerment because it puts you in control of your life. When you're clear about what you want and why you want it, you stop being a passenger and start being the driver. You no longer wait for opportunities, you create them. You no longer let fear or doubt dictate your decisions. You move with intention and purpose. Clarity transforms your life from something that happens to you into something you design. So, ask yourself, are you clear about where you're going? Are you living with purpose and intention, or are you simply going through the motions? If you're ready to step into a life of meaning and impact, start by defining what matters most to you, because when you're clear, nothing can stop you. The bridge between dreams and reality is action. It's easy to dream about the life you want, to imagine the goals you want to achieve, and to visualize a brighter future. But dreams, no matter how grand or vivid, remain fantasies without action. What separates those who succeed from those who merely wish is their ability to take consistent, purposeful action. Empowering your life isn't about waiting for the perfect moment or the right circumstances. It's about taking the first step, even when the path ahead is uncertain. Many people believe that empowerment comes from a single, monumental leap. They wait for the big opportunity, the groundbreaking moment that will change everything. But true empowerment isn't found in one dramatic event. It's built through the small, deliberate actions you take every single day, the habits you form, the decisions you make, and the discipline you cultivate are the foundation of lasting change. It's not about doing everything at once. It's about doing the right things consistently. Every action, no matter how small, sets something in motion. Each step forward builds momentum, and momentum creates progress. The problem is that most people hesitate to act. They overthink, procrastinate, or wait until they feel ready. But here's the truth. You'll never feel completely ready. The stars will never perfectly align. If you want to empower your life, you have to start now. With what you have, where you are, and who you are. Action doesn't require perfection, it requires courage. The key to building a life of empowerment lies in understanding the power of habits. Habits are the invisible architecture of your life. They determine how you spend your time, how you respond to challenges, and ultimately what you achieve. Empowerment isn't about one grand act of effort. It's about small, intentional habits repeated consistently over time. Waking up a little earlier to work on your goals, dedicating 15 minutes a day to learning something new, or practicing gratitude each evening. These are the actions that transform your life. But action is more than just movement. It must be purposeful. Many people stay busy but get nowhere because their actions lack direction. Empowerment requires you to align your actions with your goals and values. It's about asking yourself, is what I'm doing today bringing me closer to the life I want? If the answer is no, then it's time to adjust. Purposeful action is focused, deliberate, and intentional. It's about working smarter, not just harder. Fear often stands in the way of action. People hesitate because they fear failure, rejection, or making the wrong choice. But inaction is the greatest failure of all. Doing nothing guarantees no progress, no growth, and no results. On the other hand, taking action, even imperfect action, moves you forward. Every misstep becomes a lesson, every setback an opportunity to adapt, and every small victory a step closer to your dreams. Empowerment is not a feeling that appears out of nowhere. It's a byproduct of taking action. The more you act, the more confident and capable you become. Action creates momentum, and momentum builds belief. With each step you take, you prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving more than you ever thought possible. So what's stopping you from acting today? Don't let doubt, fear, or hesitation hold you back. The power to transform your life lies in the actions you take, not in the intentions you hold. Stop waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect plan. Start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Because the life you want isn't waiting for you, it's waiting for your action. Take the first step and watch how everything begins to change. Fear is the greatest thief of empowerment. It whispers doubts into your mind, keeps you from taking risks, and convinces you to settle for less than you're capable of achieving. Fear isn't just a feeling, it's a barrier, a wall that separates you from the life you could be living. But here's the truth. Fear only has as much power as you give it. The moment you decide to face it, fear begins to lose its grip. Every breakthrough in life begins with a single decision to act, despite the fear. Fear is natural, it's part of being human, and it's rooted in your brain's desire to keep you safe. But safety doesn't lead to growth. Safety doesn't lead to fulfillment, purpose, or success. It keeps you stuck in your comfort zone, where you might feel secure but rarely thrive. The truth is, everything you want in life, every goal, every achievement, the question is, are you willing to go through it? Most people let fear control them without even realizing it. It shows up in subtle ways: procrastination, self-doubt, excuses, or avoiding opportunities that feel intimidating. You might tell yourself, I'm not ready, or what if I fail? These thoughts feel logical in the moment, but they're fear in disguise, and the longer you listen to fear, the stronger it grows. Fear thrives on inaction. The more you avoid something, the more intimidating it becomes in your mind. But the moment you face it, you begin to take back your power. Think about this. Every time you've accomplished something significant, you've had to overcome fear. Maybe it was the fear of starting something new, the fear of rejection, or the fear of failure. But you did it anyway, and in doing so, you grew. That's the beauty of fear. It's not a stop sign, it's a signal. It's a sign that you're stepping outside your comfort zone, pushing yourself toward growth and progress. Fear only shows up when you're moving toward something meaningful. The secret to overcoming fear isn't to eliminate it. You'll never completely get rid of fear, and you don't need to. The goal is to change your relationship with it. Instead of seeing fear as an enemy, see it as a guide. Fear points to where you need to grow, where you need to take action, and where the next breakthrough lies. It's not about avoiding fear, it's about acting in spite of it. Start small. You don't have to conquer your biggest fear overnight. Take one small step toward it. If you're afraid of public speaking, start by sharing your ideas in a small group. If you're afraid of failure, try something new on a small scale. Each step you take builds your confidence and diminishes fear's power. The more you face your fears, the more you realize they're not as big as they seemed. It's also important to remember that failure is not the end. It's part of the process. Every successful person has failed, often many times. Failure isn't proof that you're not capable. It's proof that you're trying, learning, and growing. Each time you face fear and take action, you gain strength, resilience, and clarity. You prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you imagine. Fear will always be a part of life, but it doesn't have to control you. The moment you decide to act in spite of fear is the moment you take back your power. Every courageous step you take chips away at fear's hold on you and brings you closer to the life you're meant to live. So ask yourself, what are you afraid of? And what would your life look like if you faced that fear? The answer to that question might just be the key to your greatest breakthrough. The time to act is now. Empowering your life is not a solo journey. No matter how determined, skilled, or resilient you are, the people you surround yourself with will play a significant role in shaping your success, growth, and fulfillment. Relationships are powerful. They either lift you higher or hold you back. The truth is, you cannot rise to your fullest potential while surrounded by negativity, doubt, or complacency. If you want to empower your life, you must consciously choose who you allow into your inner circle. We've all heard the saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. While it may sound like a cliché, there's profound truth in it. The people closest to you influence the way you think, the choices you make, and the standards you set for yourself. Their energy, attitudes, and behaviors seep into your life, often without you even realizing it. And so, if you spend your time with people who constantly complain, settle for mediocrity, or discourage ambition, it's only a matter of time before their mindset becomes your own. But the opposite is also true. When you surround yourself with people who inspire you, challenge you, and support your growth, you naturally begin to rise to their level. Their positivity fuels your confidence, their achievements motivate you, and their encouragement gives you the strength to keep going when things get tough. These are the people who remind you of your potential and push you to reach for more. The first step in building an empowering circle is to assess your current relationships. Take an honest look at the people you spend the most time with. Do they inspire and uplift you, or do they drain your energy? Do they encourage your growth, or do they hold you back with negativity or criticism? This isn't about judging or blaming others. It's about taking responsibility for the influences you allow in your life. Once you've identified the relationships that empower you and those that don't, it's time to make some decisions. In some cases, this might mean limiting your time with certain people who bring negativity into your life. In others, it might mean seeking out new connections, people who align with your values, goals, and aspirations. Look for individuals who are where you want to be, who share your hunger for growth, and who bring out the best in you. Building an empowering network also requires you to be the kind of person you want to attract. If you want to be surrounded by positive, driven, and supportive people, you must embody those qualities yourself. Relationships are a two-way street, and the energy you bring to the table will often determine the energy you receive in return. Be the kind of friend, mentor, or partner who uplifts others, celebrates their wins, and supports their growth. It's also important to remember that empowerment isn't just about who you know, it's about how you connect with them. Deep, meaningful relationships are built on trust, vulnerability, and mutual respect. Take the time to truly listen to others, to understand their struggles and aspirations, and to offer your support. The stronger your connections, the more empowering they become, for both you and those around you. Finally, never underestimate the power of a mentor. A mentor can provide guidance, wisdom, and perspective that accelerates your growth. Seek out someone who has walked the path you aspire to take and learn from their experiences. Their insight can save you years of trial and error and help you navigate challenges with confidence. Empowering relationships are a cornerstone of an empowered life. They provide support when you need it, accountability when you falter, and inspiration when you doubt yourself. Surround yourself with people who see your potential, encourage your dreams, and push you to become the best version of yourself. When you do, you'll find that their energy and support will propel you further than you ever thought possible. So ask yourself, who do you need to spend more time with, and who do you need to let go of to create the life you truly desire? The answer to that question could transform everything.